Cowabunga, y'all. Captain Beardo here. Today is going to be a news-filled day. There's some stuff that I've been wanting to talk about, some things that are coming out here soon. And I just figured what better way to talk about things than to do a news video slash things that I kind of haven't really talked about and want to talk about anyway. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the news.
Are you recording a video right
Yep.
now?
And damn it.
First off, the news that kind of dropped actually this past week from Deadline and from other news resources. As you can see, I have also another tab open for comic book news, and this one is from Deadline. It's Netflix unveils a 2021 film slate with bigger volume and star wattage. Scott Stumber on the escalating film ambition. So this article is pretty much just talks about various animated shows that are coming and just various different movies that are coming to Netflix anyway that are going to be Netflix originals. And one of them, as I scroll down to right here, you can see they have Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Now we've known about this for I guess over a year now. Well, yeah, I think they announced it last year anyway in 2020, or at least 2019. But anyway, yeah. But we never knew what it was. We thought it was going. We didn't know if it was going to be part of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles current series, or if it's going to be a standalone movie, or that's just, or if it's going to be live action or whatnot. But we finally get more clarification, and so yes, it is going to be Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, as in it's going to be a movie that takes place after Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which, if this when this comes out, I might watch it and I might do a review off of it and go back and rewatch the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle episodes because I only watched season one and I think there's 3 seasons of that or something, so I missed a lot. But anyway, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles directors Ant Ward, Andy Soriano, and the description is Nickelodeon pick that picks up the turtles when a mysterious stranger arrives from the future with dire warning. We don't know who that stranger is going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be Renee from the comics, from other TV shows, kind of coming from the future, or that dimension that she's in that's kind of technically in the future. So hopefully it's Renee and we can kind of see her in this universe, which would be really cool. But yeah. Leo is forced to rise and lead his brothers, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey, in a fight to save the world from a terrifying alien species. Dot dot dot. The Krang. So at the end of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, from the clips I've seen and just like the news I've come about it, at the very end, after they took on the Shredder, I believe, they defeated it, and right at the very end, I guess Master Splinter, this version of Master Splinter was like, oh, and now Leonardo's the leader. So I guess he liked Leonardo being the leader more. So, which is cool that they're kind of using that as a jumping off point for this movie. And then, obviously, we get the cool part about this is to save the world from a terrifying alien species, the Krang, which I think is really cool. I think I've heard that there was spottings of Krang, at least dead Krang, in the series already. Maybe it was in the series finale as well, where you just kind of see like a dead Krang there with like spiders or something coming out of it. And so I'm excited to see what they do with the character of Krang. Now, in the 1987 series, Krang was just a character. It was just a name that he was giving. He wasn't it wasn't a species. It was just one of the Utroms, because typically the the alien race is Utrom, and that's typically what it is in from comic book to other TV series like 2003 TV series. But I guess they're going with the route of the 2012 route where the Krang is its own series, its own species, and which I think is cool. I've never understood why they want to make Krang into a species, an alien species instead of Utron, but it's this version. They've done it before, so that's really interesting to actually see here. Um, yeah, maybe they will connect it, which I think would be cool if they connected this to the 2012 movie and do a crossover between the two series. I mean, they can probably do that. Nickelodeon still has the rights to 2012, which I think would be actually pretty cool if that was like the series finale of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where they have like a crossover event of Rise with 2012 series, and it's all connected because of the alien species Krang. But yeah, so this was on Deadline. It ranks everything over here on comic book news. It's literally, I think it just has them sitting down with Kevin Eastman or something. It's kind of going on, and it just pretty much says the same thing. When a mysterious danger arrives, da 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 da. And they got it from the tweet that was tweeted from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this is a legit thing from Deadline, and it's coming to Netflix in 2021. Rumored to be summer 2021, but we'll see how things get switched about because of everything going on. Because we saw so many movies get switched last year or pushed back last year, and there's rumors that more movies are going to be pushed back this year, which is a major bummer. Or it's an interesting time for definitely for movies and like how we're going to be consuming the content anyway. So that's it with Rise of the TMNT. I have a whole list of different things right here on my Google Doc, but right here I wanted to talk about like some NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff that I haven't really talked about, like cartoon waves, things like that. So I'll go ahead and click on this first link because it's the NECA post, and we saw on Turtle Tuesday, which was as of recording this was yesterday, the 12th, January 12th. We got to see some images of Racking and Vernon 2-pack, which will be the first release of 2021 in the cartoon line, which I think is actually really cool. This might be a sad pick up, so let's go ahead just kind of go through the pictures. I think it's really cool. It's really good artwork. I like how he has those cans right there on his pouch. He has a pointed finger to like kind of lead the rats to do what he wants. And there's gonna be multiple rats, and you can see Vernon there. It's gonna be cool to have like Vernon with April O'Neil to display, and then we get Vernon with becoming a rat, which I think is really cool. That you can pop off the arms and the head, and you get interchangeable arms and heads to make the rat version of Vernon. You can obviously see here that he's now with April, and let's go back actually a sec, because now we can see arrest Ace Duck, which I think is cool. So hopefully these are some flyers that we get within the Vernon or in other packages coming up to kind of connect with Ace Duck or whatever, or it might be in the Ace Duck pack that we get eventually. But yeah, we can keep going here. He's just kind of romancing her or telling her a story. It's kind of funny. And then you can actually see right here, and this is probably better, you can see wanted posters of Bebop and Rocksteady's original gang. So I wonder if those are going to also pop up later on too. Same with this pizza poster too. I think it's really cool because I love that they are able to bring in multiple posters that way. Again, Rat King. Again with Vernon being in the rat, and that's it of these. So apparently, NECA is going to let you do some diorama backdrop downloads, so that way you can get like the backdrops that come in the boxes that I enjoy a lot. So you can just have like posters of it, which is really cool. So here's the one from Token Razor one, which I show off in my videos when I review something weird like that, pulling out the cardboard. But yeah, so now you can actually download them and print them off for your display. Here's something I really wanted to talk about that I didn't really get to last time. So right here, we get the the cartoon line of the turtles, and it's the checklist that we have. So we got all four turtles, which we've already seen. There's the style guide, which is what we can get regularly now. And then you got Casey Jones, got April, Splinter, which we already have. Then it has Vernon, which is obviously the next 2-pack, which is really cool. And I think this is just the hero side anyway. So yeah, you get Vernon, 2-pack with Rat King. You get Mondo Gecko, which is really cool that we're actually going to get him. And this was like a big thing because this was came out in December. It was like the 12 days of downloads, and so you just got checklist for one of the days, and it was really cool that we got the cartoon one, then like the live action one, and the video game one anyway. So yeah, so this was like our first time kind of seeing Vernon, first time kind of seeing Mondo Gecko. You know, we've seen him before. And then here's something that was really cool that we kind of got glimpses of because people kind of found them. But we're going to get a 4-pack of all four turtles and disguises, which I think is going to be absolutely awesome. And they each come with a different head sculpt. So I'm probably going to pick these up just because I like the darker skin color. And it's kind of cool to have like them wearing pants and stuff like that, which is really cool. So that's something that is on the radar now for the next wave. And then they came out and said that there's going to be 2-packs of Napoleon Bono Frog, Attila the Frog, Guinness the Frog, and Rasputin the Mad Frog, which I think is cool. So like it's going to be 2-pack of like these two, then a 2-pack of these two, which I think is going to be really fun and really cool to like actually have these frogs. I don't know yet about if I'm going to collect these frogs yet or not. I might pass on them just because I need to start passing on some characters. And then there's Ace Duck, which is going to be cool that we're actually get him. Maybe he comes with that poster like I was saying, but we'll see. And then we get the Muckman and Joe Eyeball, which I'm actually very, very excited about to get because I know like the 2012 line for whatever reason, that version of Muckman became huge, very popular, and became very hard to get until they started mass producing him, and now he's really easy to get. So I wonder what they're going to do with Muckman and Joe Eyeball. Again, this whole last row might be a row that I skip out on just because I don't have attachment to Ace Duck, Muckman, or any of the frogs, but we'll see. I mean, I'm trying to be better with what I buy, so yeah, and they just have these, and like apparently we're gonna get also Chrome Dome and things like that on the checklist. So we got the checklist of Godzilla, which I think is really cool, and I will be reviewing this version of Godzilla King of the Monsters from the poster just because I love the color scheme of green and pink. So be looking out for that video soon. Here on Compat Toys, we can see the Europe, I think it is. The price tag right there. The price tag right there. So you can convert that to dollars. So it's gonna be the same as every other pack. Now I want to bring this up just because we can zoom in right here and see the Rat King right here. Sorry about the pixelation, but apparently my computer doesn't do pixel right now. And then we got Vernon. So Vernon comes with the interchangeable arms, the head, pointer finger, semi-closed fist hands, and then open hands. And then we got the cans, we got the canisters. It looks like a TV reporter, camera, the flute for Rat King, and then Rat King's hand, like we got a pointer finger. It looks like, and then two holding hands. It looks like we got the belt for the cans, and then we got the rats. And it looks like there's gonna be 3 different rats. One to be like put on his shoulder, and then one with like kind of tail wraps to wrap around his arms and things like that. And this is due by April, so we're probably gonna get within here in a month or so, but due by April on this website. which is really interesting. Okay, here's something that I wanted to actually go to is Toys I News or Toy News International. You can see the headline right there: New NECA TMNT animated series, The Frogs, Montagecko, Kerma, which is really cool that we're getting Kerma, which is an obscure character from like one episode. Muckman and Chrome Dome figures, and it's cool that we're getting Chrome Dome. We got Chrome Dome here, which is going to be a standalone figure, just like how we got Wrath of Krang. So it's going to be in that VHS format. We get two swords, we get the belt, the computer, and the blaster, looks like, which is really cool. Again, I might pass. I'm not too sure yet. Over here, we get Muckman and Joe Eyeball. Looks like some slime or another trash can. We get interchangeable mouth, it looks like, for Joe Eyeball. And then, like, a blaster for him as well, which is cool. There probably going to be more stuff with this figure, but yeah, it looks like it might be a 2-pack or in the VHS style again, which is really cool. And then here's the frogs. Looks like we're going to get these two frogs. Now, I actually, even though I'm a diehard Ninja Turtle fan, I can never, for the life of me, tell the frogs apart, just because I'm not much of a '87 series person, more of a 2003 and original comics, which is reason why a lot of these I'm gonna start skipping on. But yeah, you can see like we get each frog, and it's gonna come with an interchangeable head. It looks like we're gonna get like this net thing. We're gonna get a like one of those glasses and nose thing, like disguises for them. We're gonna get a communicator or two communicators. We're gonna get their previous form frog versions, and then we're gonna get bow and arrow. So they're respected. Oh, that's an axe. Sorry, I'm blind. But yeah, so we're gonna get their weapons with these frogs as well, which is really cool. And here's something that's also something I really want to talk about too. And I might actually pick up Mono Gecko just because I think he's a cool character. Again, not too sure. I might just skip on all of these, but yeah. So we got Mono Gecko here. He's gonna come with Kerma, which I think is an obscure character again, but I think it's gonna be cool that we get him. We're gonna get like a bomb thing or whatever this thing is. The pouch, a lizard, probably Monogekko's original form. We're gonna get the blaster and obviously Monda's board, which is really cool. A lot of accessories for all these guys, and all these characters are amazing to like actually see and maybe get in the future. Now, NECA has been. Before I go to the next thing, I just want to say that I've noticed that a lot of the lines lately of NECA, they're trying to produce, like mass produce, a lot of the figures. So if you're not able to find the figure immediately, or you just don't have the money for it or whatever, you can actually wait now and just not worry about it and just kind of get it when you can get it, because and don't pay for eBay prices because those are obscure, like those are ridiculous prices anyway. But yeah, like they're going to be pushing them out, and it's going to be way more easy for the collectors to get them. They're still going to probably do like the whole Target thing where you can go online, pre-order them from Target, and get them in the mail. So absolutely no worries from there. And yeah, hopefully they keep doing that, because I saw with when I went to the store to go get Splinter and Baxter on my at my Target, they literally had, I think they had about nine. Yeah, they had 9 packs of Splinter and Baxter in just my Target. And my Target is pretty small. There's not many Ninja Turtle collectors here, so and yeah, so like it's really gonna be easy to come by. But you still don't have to pick them up when you do see them, just because of ridiculous buyers who buy multiple things at the same time. So we got a tweet from for Turtle Tuesday from Nega Toys, and it says starting next week, which is actually I think this week or next week as of recording this. Restocks of the following Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 7-inch scale action figures will be hitting Target stores again. Trag and Grantor 2 packs. So if you missed out on Trag and Grantor, you can probably get them. There'll be restocks of those guys, kind of like how we got restocks of Bebop and Rocksteady. So, and I'm not going to be picking up Dragon Grand Tour. That's just, those are two characters I don't really care about, but just so you guys know, they're going to be restocked. Got Zorax and Zork. I might, just because I love Triceratron characters. And then Triceratron, Infantry, and Roadkill Rodney 3-pack, which I already do have, so I'll be reviewing that here eventually. So yeah, and then it just has the product shots of the figures and and things like that. And so if you want to buy multiple of the infantry Triceratons and the Roadkill Rodneys, you can also army build with those too. Which I don't typically army build anyway, so yeah. So that's the news for you guys with Twitter. So here's something I thought I'd also share that I'm going to skip out on, but I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of newsworthy to talk about within the toy figure lines is Playmates have been reissuing their figures, as you can see here. And this is actually a really cool set. It's a comic book collection, which we've got reissues already 3 times already. And this came out with the 2012 series. I think it was 2014 when these four turtles actually came out. I'm just kind of slide over them. The only thing that's new about the four turtles is that they just come with the carded box. That's it. The newly styled card box, and they have the same articulation, pretty much the same. I do want to note though that I've seen that their peg holes on the bottom are actually bigger, which I don't like how big they are. They kind of look awkward, but yeah, they're just reissues. They're the same figures that we got before. The only cool thing that we got from this is we got Splinter, which is just a repaint from the original toy line, which I think is actually pretty cool. Kind of wish they would have gotten new molds that fits with the turtles, but it's here, and if you're about getting the various versions of them, you can get this box for that. And then you got Shredder, same deal with the iconic, which is kind of funny that they kind of just painted him red and gave him like a belt. So it's kind of cool. And they did retool his legs to where he's not much of a squat. They give him the same weapons, same with Splinter, same weapons as the original toy line, 87 toy line in a way. And yeah, it's cool. I mean, the original Shredder figure was shirtless, so it's cool to actually see him wearing a shirt, kind of. And then we get the Turtle VW bus right here as the box, which I think is really cool. And this is actually still up on Walmart. That's why I figured I'd share it with you. You can still add a cart, do all that fun stuff. And it's only $40. So if you think it's worth buying 6 figures for $40, be my guest and go for it. So I just figured I wanted to pop this on here. And there was a box that came out earlier last year. Well, I think midsummer of last year, where it had the re-releases of the original toy line. It's like these guys, but with the original paint. And the box was the party van from the 87 cartoon. So again, just figured I'd share this with you guys, just in case you kind of missed it. I missed it. I had originally for pre-order, but with money being so tight because of this past year, I had passed on it. So yeah, I'm passing on it. So I went ahead and found the picture of the original box that came out for the Ninja Turtles, as I was talking about the um, Classic Collection box. And so yeah, here's the 1987 series box. So you can see that it's just Turtle Van, similar stocks of the Turtle Bus. You got Splinter and Shredder like you did, and then you get the four turtles, which is really cool. And obviously you can tell here that Splinter and Shredder are just re, re are just redos from this line, and then the four turtles are just redos of a different line that came out in 2014. But yeah, here's this. Just figured I'd share it with you guys just in case this interests you or the box interests you. You should be able to still find this, whether it's on eBay or whatever, for relatively cheap. It's not too expensive. But yeah, this is another set I did just skip out on just because I don't have the money and I'd rather just get these guys from the original release than reprints at this point. So here's what I want to talk about too about the 12 days of download. Right here we can see the checklist that they have for the live action. So you got the four turtles for the 7-inch line, four turtles, Splinter, which we've seen, Casey Jones, Raphael in Disguise, that 2 pack, and then we got the Spirit of Splinter right here, which was a Loot Crate exclusive, which I have reviewed, and which was also the review that I had before my dog passed away. So rest in peace, Holly, baby girl. But yeah, so you got Spirit of Splinter there, you got the Shredder, you got the Foot Soldier, and then you got Super Shredder, which is a pack that we came out already, Razor and Toka, which I've reviewed. I've reviewed all these figures right here, I believe, up to this point. Yeah, I've reviewed all of them. And then you got the musical Mutagen Tour, which I did think about picking up, but I ultimately passed just because it wasn't coming out of the Shells Tour, which I would prefer them to have as a perfectionist is to have the coming out of the Shells Tour and not just a rebrand of them. Even though these are really cool figures, I'm hoping later down the line that they can actually have them say I'm coming out of the Shells Tour, then I'll pick it up then. Now we get to the video game line, which I think is really cool. We got Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello from the original arcade game, which I think is really cool. I might pick this up later on. Again, it's not there's not too many colors on those guys, and they're pretty bland. I sorry, sorry, I just zoomed in, and it's way better to actually see these characters now. So yeah, now you can see Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, the movie line, and they got the musical Mutagen Tour, which was the San Diego Comic Con exclusive, which I thought was a cool pack. But again, passed just because it wasn't my cup of tea necessarily, unless it comes out later on um as the actual tour. Like I said, now right here we got Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello from the San Diego Comic Con exclusive from the original arcade game, which I think is these four are sick. I just don't think there's enough color on them just because it's not enough pixelate. Yeah, they're just going to be reissued anyway within the newest wave for Turtles Out, Turtles in Time one anyway, and you get a sick board with these guys anyway. So I might be tempted later on to buy this San Diego Comic Con exclusive just because for the box and to have these four turtles and be a completionist. But at the moment, I'm just going to rock with the hoverboard ones. So that's on the checklist. And then we got the other San Diego Comic Con exclusive with the 4 pack of Shredder and then the 3 foot. I am really tempted to pick up this one up just because I don't. It'd be cool to have the white foot and the orange foot and even the brown. I mean the purple foot, just because these are differently sculpted and well, differently painted anyway. And again, completionist. But for the meantime, I don't have money, so I'm just gonna pass on these. But yeah, we already know about these. So most of this stuff we know about. Down here we get the Shredder, which I will be doing a review on here soon. Again, I've done reviews on Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello with hoverboards. I've done the Foot Soldier with hoverboard, Leatherhead with hoverboard, with Leatherhead, regular hoverbed. Other, I've done the regular Leatherhead and Slash. So now I need to do Shredder, and I think I need to actually do Michelangelo. So yeah, be on the lookout for Michelangelo and then the Shredder review, which I think is Shredder's sick. We're going with his lightsaber. But yeah, sick line right here. And then we get the Shell Shock Turtle, which I will be reviewing here soon as well, because that was the second Loot Crate exclusive that came out. We're going to get Bebop and Rocksteady, part of, I think it, oh yeah, no, these are not that. So we're going to get Pirate Bebop and Pirate Rocksteady as individuals, and honestly, these are going to be two figures I skip on just because I already have Bebop and Rocksteady in the regular cartoon line, and I'm gonna already have them as Bunny Bebop and Bunny Rocksteady. I might trade the Bunny Bebop and Bunny Rocksteady for the Pirates, but just so that way I have them in this line. But we'll see with that. And then we got Baxter as his Fly, and honestly, I'm probably going to skip on him too. Even though he looks really cool, I just prefer the cartoon design a little bit more than the arcade game. And there's just I need to be really nitpicky. Now here's something that really gets cool, and I do want to collect all four turtles from the Mirage line whenever I can find them and get them anyway. Hopefully they do release them because I we desperately need these guys to be released so that way we can get them. Then we got the San Diego Comic Con exclusive where they're just black and white, which again I do want to get, but I won't hold my breath for these ones just because of money and things like that. And then down here we get Shredder, Foot Soldier, and Elite Guard for which is a New York Comic Con exclusive, which I really want to get one of these days because I think it's cool to have like Shredder for in the red and then the Elite Guard. So I'm probably gonna have to fork over money for this eventually, and obviously do reviews as I get these figures. And then we get the other Loot Crate exclusive Shredder, which I've done a review on, but I'm also still waiting on my replacement part for it, which I've waited over months for at this point. So I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to come at this point, but we'll see. Now here's something really interesting that I found on this, and which is why people were like, "Wait, are they showing us new releases?" Because this came out first before the cartoon line, and yeah, no, these are going to be figures that come out here soon. We get two new April O'Neils with each one is going to come with two Mousers, which is going to be really cool. But yeah, there's going to be a green April O'Neil and a yellow suit April O'Neil, which I'm probably going to get one or the other. I'm not too sure which one I'm going to get because I think the green one would be cool, but at the same time, yellow goes with the cartoon, so we'll see with this. But yeah, they're going to be releasing these two. Finally, there were rumored years ago, like when this line was actually hitting stores, these two were supposed to come out and like they're the next wave, and they just never got to them. So it's cool that we're going to actually switch over to the Mirage series, and that actually reminds me too that the arcade line, from what I've heard, the arcade line is actually going to stop for like mid-year this year, and then we're going with the Mirage series line again. And Mirage series will be appearing like on Big Bad Toy Store, kind of like how the arcade line has like. So the Mirage series is going to be appearing where the arcade line has already appeared. So that way it stays distributed, and so yeah, they're just going to be pretty much trading the Mirage series with the arcade series anyway, which I'm fine with at this point. Like as long as you're able to switch it up and keep new characters coming and things like that. I'm very excited. But yeah, I actually already do have an April O'Neil that's back there on the shelf. That it's the blue April O'Neil from San Diego Comic Con because I found it on Amazon for like $20, really cheap when I found it. Which now it has skyrocketed, and I do have it signed by Kevin Eastman, which I think is really cool. So I'm never going to open that, and that's just going to be sitting on my shelf for these figures. But that's why I say like I will be tempted to buy another April O'Neil later on, just for like the mouse and to actually be able to display the April O'Neil anyway. So yeah, this is kind of what I want to talk about right here. Was just these lines and kind of like talk about what we've gotten already and what we can expect to come anyway with these three lines and what I might be picking up, what I might be, I'm just not forking out money for. But yeah, if I'm able to review them, I'll review them. So yeah, that's this anyway. And now here we are with the cartoon line, and here's stuff that like I didn't really get to talk about on the other thing. So yeah, now we got the cartoon color for turtles. Sorry for my faces blocking them, blocking Donatello anyway. Yeah, we got Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello of the cartoon colors, which are four turtles I want to get, but with the disguises, I can hold off on those for now anyway. Then I'll find them cheaper. Then obviously I'm going to be reviewing the style guide colors anyway, just because I got the 2 packs of their corresponding enemy that they come with. I will be reviewing Casey Jones and April O'Neil. Like I said, I'm going to review Splinter with Baxter. That's a cool. Those are cool. Uh, if I get Vern, I'm going to review him. Mondo Goko. I've already reviewed Ultimate Metalhead, and then we got the 4 Disguised Turtles, which I do want to get because they do come with different parts and things like that, which I think is really cool. And then we get the four, four frogs, Ace Duck, and Muckman, like I've already talked about at this point. And then down here, I think it's cool that they actually split this card into heroes and villains, and it's just cartoon line of the turtles. I think it's cool that they added enough figures to do that compared to the other 3 lines anyway, with the Mirage and Arcade anyway, and the live action. I'm gonna be reviewing Shredder, Krang. I've already reviewed Ultimate Krang right here. The Foot Soldiers, I'm gonna be reviewing those as they come in the 2 packs. Ultimate Foot Soldier, I'm probably going to skip out on just because I don't need another Foot Soldier because I already have the 4 at this point. I might if the accessories are good enough, but yeah, it's going to come with multiple accessories. It's going to be in the big VHS box like Crank came in and Chrome Dome will come in, which might be just a cool box to have anyway. But again, I need to save time on my space on my shelf. Baxter, going to review with Splinter. Got Chrome Dome, which again I might be tempted by, but at the point I don't have any. At this point, I don't have any. I don't want to get him right now. I will be reviewing Bebop and Rocksteady because those are cool figures. Leatherhead, kind of the same as the arcade version, but I'm going to review him. Same as Slash, Grantor Trag. Again, probably going to be passing on. Captain Zorax and Zork. Going to be re-released. Might be passing on again. Tri-Citron Infantry. Going to review. Same with Roadkill Rodney. Rat King, if I get him, I review. Then Bunny Bebop and Bunny Rocksteady. Again, I think these two are the Lucre exclusives, so more than likely I'll probably be doing reviews of these two as well. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's coming here, and if they're doing restocks of multiple figures, then I might be able to pick some that I missed, things like that, or you guys can pick up the ones that you missed anyway. Because one figure, 2 set I do want to get is Leonardo and Shredder from the cartoon color, and then like just Shredder, just because I kind of want to have a box of them on my shelf, like just minted box like that. But again, gonna hold off on that for now. Okay, here's like the last bit of news. We're gonna be getting the Last Ronin comic book, issue 2. Is already scheduled to come out within in February. Yeah, it says it right here in the link. We're going to get that in February, which I'm probably going to only pick up one version of it because of issue 1 I bought 3 different versions covers. Yeah, I bought 3 different covers of it. So I think this one, the second one, I might just pick up 1 or 2. And again, just limit myself just because it's cool. And then we're going to get a director's cut of the first one, which I think is really cool. And I already pre-ordered the director's cut anyway. But yeah, it's on Newsarama. Got right here it says IDW has announced a new release date for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2 and special release of #1, which is now the director's cut. And it says IDW Publishing will release an expanded director's cut version of the first issue of its smash hit Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles limited series, The Last Ronin, which depicts a future world where the last living turtle embarks on a mission of revenge against the Foot Clan, which, spoilers, skip like 5 seconds, is Michelangelo, which I think is amazing. Um, Created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, with layouts from Eastman, scripts from Tom Waltz, pencils and inks by Isaru Escorza and Isaac Escorza and Ben Bishop. I love Ben Bishop art. I think he's talented. And then colors from Luis Antonio Delgado. Team Into the Last Ronin is based on a concept Eastman and Laird thought up all the way back in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 80s heyday. So that's just kind of like the brief thing about it. The director's cut will include back matter material dating all the way back to the original pitch, which that's actually really going to be really cool to actually have the here's the cover right here for you guys, which I'm stoked about. It's $10.99. You can see right here that is as of currently right now that is the firm price that they have. So it's just cool that it's just all pencil blue inked and things like that. So I'm excited for this. Um, so yeah, let's read what right here, featuring never before seen layouts from Kevin Eastman, story notes that date back decades, character design, script pages, and much more. The director's cut delves deep into the lore of the team into the Last Ronins, future New York City, where a lone surviving turtle goes on a seemingly hopeless mission to obtain justice for his fallen family and friends. Reads IDW's description of the expected release. The 64-page special issue is a must-have for any TMNT aficionado who wants to discover the story behind the story. The Last Runner took TMNT fans by storm with the first issue released earlier this year, well, late uh, late 2021. In addition to announcing TMNT The Last Ronin #1 Director's Cut, IDW Publishing has updated TMNT The Last Ronin #2's release date to February 17th. So mark that on your calendar so that way you guys can pick it up. Because the first one sold out really fast and already had multiple re-releases of it. Pushing it back again from its previously scheduled January 27th. That's a bummer that's pushed back a few weeks, but at this point, pushbacks is inevitable, as we can see with movies and comic books. The creation of the Last Ronin has been and continues to be an excitingly collaborative experience with tons of creative designs and decisions happening behind the scenes and during production, states Waltz in the announcement. The director's cut gives us a cool opportunity to intimately share with our many wonderful readers the creative process that's been driving this newest TMNT tale, all the cool extras that happen before we even get to the printer and into stores. We expect this to be a popular book given its history and concept. Nonetheless, the fan reaction to The Last Ronin has far exceeded our expectation, adds TMNT Group editor Bobby Curnow. This director's cut edition is a great way to give back to those fans and give them a behind the curtain look at what went into the making this monumental issue. So yeah, I guess the person who wrote this was George Marston. Marston. So yeah, there's that information right there. I think we're getting a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff this year, and I'm really excited for it, and I'm here for it. Like, it's honestly the time to be a Ninja Turtle fan with everything coming out. There's still hopes I have. Like, I'm hoping that because last year they had the 20th anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that came out in the 90s, the first one. I'm hopeful that they will do the same with the second one because the second one was released a year later. So I'm hoping this year we do get a special screening of the second movie, and not just that. I hope that they decide to do a special screening of the first one again with that, just because I did go down for my birthday to catch the screening of the first movie, and sadly, me and my friends that went down weren't able to see it because the movie theater decided to close that day due to reasons of 2021. So I'm hopeful that that will be announced that we will get the screening of the second movie, Secret of the Ooze, and we'll also have a screening of the first movie as well for the 90s, which I think would be cool to have a back-to-back feature of the Ninja Turtles. And I'm also hopeful for just random more NECA news, more Last Ronin news anyway, and more IDW news as well as IDW is well past issue 100 now. So there's a lot to look forward to with the Ninja Turtles anyway with what's going on. And there's also just a lot of news anyway that I'll probably be covering here soon or talk about anyway, because this year is a lot of anniversaries on the Nintendo front. Like it's Donkey Kong's anniversary, Pokemon's anniversary, Zelda's anniversary, and so many other anniversaries this year. So this is definitely a good year. And also, I just realized we are going to get a Ninja Turtle film. Hopefully that gets announced or more details get spilled about it from the guy making it, which is Seth Rogen, which of all people, Seth Rogen making a Ninja Turtle film is weird, but I'm still here for it. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave the like. It helps out a lot. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave comments down below. All that does really help out. And I want to keep doing these update videos. I might start doing Turtle Tuesdays as kind of like what NECA does with Turtle Tuesdays, where I kind of just lay out things about Ninja Turtles, or I do unboxings on Tuesdays and things like that. That's what I'm thinking about with my schedule, anything for the future. So, yeah, enough of me rambling and talking about news. Fill the beard and deuces.